On this F150 with the 2.7 EcoBoost, P0217 means the PCM may have sensed an engine overtemperature condition through the cylinder head temperature input. The driver may see an overheat warning, a high temperature gauge, reduced power behavior, or signs of coolant loss, depending on what's actually happening. Broadly, this can come from possible cooling system leaks, airflow problems, coolant contamination, fan operation, coolant pump operation, thermostat operation, radiator restriction, or an engine-side internal leak. Start with the basic system checks, then work the overheat path in order, instead of jumping straight to parts. Before opening the cooling system, let the engine cool. Do not loosen the degas bottle cap with the engine running or while the system is hot. This system is under pressure, and steam or hot coolant can come out forcefully, even when the cap is only loosened slightly. First, visually inspect the cooling-related components for obvious physical damage or failure. If you find a concern, repair it as needed. If nothing obvious shows up, turn the ignition on and run the PCM self-test with the scan tool. If P0217 is present, continue down this overheat diagnostic path. If it is not present, actual engine overheating has not been verified, so check engine coolant temperature gauge operation. If other PCM codes are present, check what they mean first. Next, look for active grille shutter concerns in the PCM codes. If the grille shutter system has active faults, handle that path first. If not, inspect the front of the vehicle. Make sure there is no front-end damage. Check the radiator and AC condenser for external blockage like leaves or cardboard, and confirm the air deflectors are present. If airflow is blocked or deflectors are missing, repair that before moving deeper into the cooling system. With the ignition off, inspect the coolant level at the degas bottle and adjust it as needed. Then pressure test the cooling system. If you find an external leak, repair it or install new components as needed. If there is no external leak, keep going into the internal leak and contamination checks. For the pressure test, the engine is off and the coolant level is correct. Remove the degas bottle cap and inspect the cap and bottle for sealing problems, including cross-threading, burrs, or a damaged O-ring. If the cap has been contaminated from expelled coolant, or if sealing issues are found, install a new cap and/or degas bottle as needed. This vehicle uses a pressure relief cap on the degas bottle and does not use a radiator cap. Test the cap with the proper adapter. The cap must hold 145 kPa plus or minus 21 kPa, 21 psi plus or minus 3 psi. Then attach the pressure tester to the degas bottle and slowly bring the system up to between 124 and 138 kPa, 18 to 20 psi. Watch the gauge for approximately 2 minutes. The pressure should not drop. If it does drop, inspect for leaks and repair as necessary. If no external leak is found but the pressure drops, treat it as a possible internal engine leak path, and inspect the coolant for engine oil and the engine oil for coolant. If the pressure does not drop, remove the tester and install the degas bottle cap until it contacts the hard stop. Do not pressurize the cooling system beyond the specified maximum pressure, and press the tester plunger slowly. Pushing it too fast can give a false pressure reading. If the pressure test does not point to an external leak, check the coolant in the degas bottle for engine oil. Then pull the engine oil level indicator and check the oil for coolant. If either direction shows engine oil and coolant mixing, pause the cooling system path and move into engine diagnosis. Next, check the coolant for signs of transmission fluid, and then check the transmission fluid for engine coolant. If coolant and transmission fluid are mixing, install a new transmission fluid cooler or transmission fluid heat exchanger, repair the transmission as necessary, and test the system for normal operation. Now check the cooling system for combustion gases using UView Combustion Leak Tester, part number UVU 56000R, or equivalent, using the tester as designed. If combustion gases are present, move into engine diagnosis. If they are not present, inspect coolant condition. Look for dirt, rust, contamination, and check coolant concentration. If the coolant condition is not okay, flush the engine cooling system. If the coolant condition is okay, continue to fan operation. Start the engine, set the climate control to max AC, and set the blower to high. The electric cooling fan should operate. If it does not, Diagnose the fan operation before going further. If the fan works, check coolant pump operation. Start the engine, let it run for 30 minutes, set the climate control to max heat, and feel the heater outlet hose. If that hose is hot, move on to thermostat operation. If it's not hot, install a new coolant pump. For the thermostat check, start the engine, let it run for 30 minutes, set max heat again, and feel the lower radiator hose. This system uses a cold side thermostat, so the coolant in the radiator must reach full operating temperature for the thermostat to stay open. If the lower radiator hose is hot, check the temperature gauge operation. If it's not hot, visually inspect the thermostat. Remove the thermostat and inspect it visually. Look for the valve not fully seated, foreign material in the main valve, a bent or broken frame or flange, a bent or broken spring, wax leaking from the reservoir, a bulge in the reservoir, or any other damage or distortion. If damage is found, remove any foreign material or broken pieces and install a new thermostat. If no damage is found, do not try to open the thermostat with hot water or another heat source. That is not an accurate thermostat test, and it may damage the thermostat. In this path, the thermostat is installed new after the visual inspection. If the engine still overheats, install a new radiator. If the radiator is removed for leak testing, clean it before the leak test to avoid tank contamination. Leak test it in clean water with air pressurized to the specified maximum pressure. Do not leak test an aluminum radiator in the same water used for copper or brass radiators because flux or caustic cleaners in the tank can damage the aluminum radiator. Keep these block heater electrical numbers separate from the P0217 overheat decision unless that circuit is actually being checked. If any circuit measures more than 5 ohms, install a new power cable. If the resistance does not measure between 30 and 40 ohms, install a new block heater. After the repair, verify normal operation, confirm the overheat condition is gone, and confirm P0217 stays gone. The takeaway is simple. Prove the overheat first, check airflow and leaks before internal failures, then work fan, pump, thermostat, and radiator in order. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.